Ah, God. If all of this stuff just falls off my lap halfway through, I am going to be pissed. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am going to be doing a foundation review for you guys today. And it's a good start, isn't it? The foundation that I'm going to be testing today is this one here, Designer Brands. This is their Firming Age Revive Foundation. Oh God, I'm heading towards my mid-30s. So I want a foundation that is made for maybe my skin type. So yeah, if you guys are interested to find out what this looks like throughout the whole day, keep on watching. I don't think I've said that for a really long time. Let's get on with things. It says, want younger looking skin? Helps banish the appearance of lines, imperfections and discoloration. And as you guys know, I have a lot of discoloration happening because of acne. I have a few spots happening here, a couple down here, as per always. It has hyaluronic acid to help hydrate and restore elasticity. Probably need a bit of that. Builds to your desired level of coverage. The time is, it is 8:16 today. Says the majority agree. Helps reduce signs of aging. Will I be in the majority? Only time will tell. I'm going to do half and half. I'm going to do, oh God, this is going to be great if one half of this is really shocking and I'm going to be wearing this in Brisbane today anyway. So one half of my face is going to be sponge. One half is going to be brush. I'm just going to get on with this. Oh my God, what kind of review am I doing today? This is a BH Cosmetics brush, I think. Yes, it is. And it's just a flat top, dense brush, which is really good for foundation. The shade that I'm wearing today is 654 Nude Beige. I've just squirted about that much on my hand. It's not dripping down at all. It's just staying put. Got about that much on my little brush there, which doesn't look like very much, but here we go. Dot it on. Da, 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 da. And then I'm just going to buff it a little bit. It does have a slight fragrance, but not like a floral fragrance or anything like that. I'm pretty happy with that brush coverage. So it feels pretty good going on. Unlike the Kat Von D foundation, which that was pretty full on. That is a really full on foundation if you're interested in that one. I've also got a review on my channel, but that was quite thick. This one here, it just feels like a regular foundation, to be honest. Doesn't feel super thick, doesn't feel super sticky. The brush, at least this kind of brush, gives a really good application. That compared to that, that's pretty good. I find that it's very, very difficult to get my shade with this particular brand, unfortunately. I think that a lot of their foundations are, see, look at this. It's too dark for me, but when I was testing these out, this looked to be the best one for me compared to the others, because the others were just so light. But I don't know, maybe I'm tripping, I don't know. But when I'm testing them in the shop, it looks like it's the right shade for me. So I don't know what's happening there. But what can you do? What can you do now? It's on my face. There we go. So that is basically one layer, if I was to say anything. So that's like one layer. It's covered up the majority of redness. I can still see a little bit of redness kind of poking through on the side here. I could maybe apply a little bit more to cover up pimples like this. And I'm not finding that it's sinking into my finer lines around my eyes or anything like that. It'll be interesting to see how it wears during the day. Let's get on with the sponge. Coverage is not going to be as good, I can tell already. It could just have to do with the fact that the sponge does suck up a little bit of the product. You really have to kind of really beat your face to get this product in there properly. I find that the brush kind of gets into all of the pores, and I don't know, it just gives you an even coverage really quickly. Oh, hang on. Sorry, hang on. My dad just got home. Whoops, daisies.
Am I allowed to flush the toilet?
Sure. And we're back. So sponge application, it does still give a pretty even finish, but I feel like I'm getting a little bit of patchiness. Like, so I feel like I've got a bit of extra product here compared to some other areas of my face. I did find it relatively easy to kind of blend together. So I applied this face maybe 5 or 10 minutes before, and then I went in with this one. So I was able to blend the two sides together. This is a medium coverage with buildability, like they say. Brush is easier than sponge. So the time now is 8:30, thereabouts. So I am going to wear this for the whole day. I don't know when I'm going to wash it off, but I will be checking in with you throughout the day to show you how it wears. I'm interested to see if it kind of starts to pull apart. I want to see how it does with oil. I want to see just how well the coverage goes throughout the day, and just generally how it feels and how it wears for a long period of time. Okay, let's go. Just finished up with lunch. This is a good example of what my makeup looks like right now too. Blah, 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 blah. But I think my makeup looks pretty alright. It's not too shiny. See, the only thing with my camera is that I haven't got one of those flip-up screens, so I can't actually see if I'm in frame or not. That'll be the upgrade. It'll be a camera with a flip-up screen. Just checking in. The time is almost 5 o'clock. I think my makeup's looking pretty okay. I've just been walking around a lot today. I've been eating a lot of food. I can feel like my makeup is pulling a little bit on my face, but not too significantly. And that's generally what it looks like right now. Better put my camera away because it's really windy. Hair is sufficiently frizzy, which means it is very much the end of the day, and I'm very much ready to wash my face off. It is about 9:10 at night. I'm pretty sure I have had this on my face since 8:30, and then I went over it with a pressed powder, just my Australis Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. Bit of blush, bit of highlighter. Don't even know if that's showing up anymore. Let's get a bit close in. It's basically been more than 12 hours, so having makeup wear off like that, I think that's pretty normal. My skin type isn't super duper oily anymore. It's sort of more normal combination. So I still get a bit of an oily T-zone. I do have some issues with large pores around my nose and kind of this area here, where you usually put a pore strip on and rip it off again. Oil-wise, usually when I move my head, this is like a mirror ball or a bowling ball, and you can see the shine. There is barely any shine there at all. It's barely any shine on my nose or on my chin. It's all looking really good, so that is awesome. Has the makeup moved at all on my skin during the day? I don't think so. Looking at it now, I think that it's pretty much stayed in place where I put it. You know, I get my little crease line here, and that's usually quite significant. It's really obvious, but even now, see, it's not that obvious, and that's after more than 12 hours of wear. So that's also really impressive. I can't see any kind of major difference between the, what was this? This was the brush versus the sponge application after that amount of time. So both have worn really quite well. The only issue that I can tell so far, and this seems to be like the second foundation from DB that's had this issue, is in terms of the coloration. Like, I don't know if it oxidizes really quickly or if, I don't know. I thought that I picked up my shade, but then I put it on my face. It was not my right shade. This only looks like me now because the powder that I use is a really good match. So when I cover my face with this powder, no worries, it's fine. Like, it's all blended in really well. But yeah, their color range needs work. So as for the claims on the bottle, it helps banish the appearance of lines, imperfection and discoloration. I think it did a pretty good job of covering that discoloration as well, and perhaps if I had applied more layers then it would remove it even more. This whole sort of firming, age revive sort of stuff, I don't know. I'm not going to comment on it because I don't know if that's what it does or not. Sorry, oh, that sounded terrible. I just scratched the bottle with my nail. But as a foundation, I like it. I do like it. I think it's covered really well. It's lasted a really long time. It still feels pretty good on my skin. I can feel it a little bit tight around my jaw, but it's not significant. I just wish that the color range was a little bit better. But I can't complain too much because it is a more inexpensive foundation as well, and for the price it definitely does a fabulous job. If you do have a foundation suggestion, let me know down below. I know a few of you have mentioned quite a few different. I've been furiously jotting them all down, so I definitely want to check them out when I can. So yeah, I'm going to keep on doing this whenever I can afford foundations and samples and things like that. But anyway, thank you so much everybody. Hope you have an awesome rest of the day, and I look forward to catching you next time. Mwah. See ya, bye!